I've spent the last few years carrying micro-compact 9mm pistols because they promise to solve the old single-stack dilemma. I love the idea of a 10-shot gun that disappears under a t-shirt. But when I teach concealed carry classes, I see real-world problems with these featherweight autos. Their polymer frames are so light that recoil feels like a violent snap, and the short grips often leave your little finger dangling. Many shooters mash the mushy striker-fired triggers, and if you press the muzzle against a target at contact distance, the slide can go out of battery, and the gun won't fire. In my own training, I found myself flinching after long strings with these guns. I started asking whether there was a better solution for people who want a gun that can actually shoot well. Over the past year, I've watched a revival of the snub-nosed revolver, and these guns have improved dramatically. They balance their weight over your hand, so recoil feels like a push rather than a slap. They fire in any position, and new triggers are smoother than ever. In this video, we'll count down 5 compact revolvers that I believe are smaller to carry and smoother to shoot than most Micro-9s in 2025. 5. Taurus 650. This little wheel gun is the blue-collar snub I recommend when shooters are done with polymer slap. If built on a small steel frame with a 2-inch barrel and a 5-shot cylinder, it weighs just under 23 ounces and measures only 7.66 by 1.36 inches. The fully shrouded hammer lets it slide out of a pocket or belly band without snagging, and the double-action only trigger means there's no spur to catch on clothing. Most owners load it with .38 Special rather than full-power .357. With lighter ammunition, the extra mass of the steel frame turns recoil into a push rather than a sharp slap. The sight radius is short, but at defensive distances, it points naturally and returns quickly. Because there's no slide, it will fire from awkward positions or even through a coat pocket. Reviews of the reintroduced model report solid reliability with common .38 and .357 loads and praise the smooth double action. Street pricing is well below competing J-frame snubs, making it an accessible deep concealment or backup gun. If you can live with 5 rounds and a slightly heavier pocket gun, the 650 is a smart alternative to a snappy Micro-9. It even handles Plutz P38 loads without battering your hand, giving you flexibility for you. 4. Diamondback SDR brings forged steel durability and a tuned trigger to the small revolver world. It wears a 2-inch barrel and a 6-round cylinder chambered for .357 Magnum, yet the unloaded weight is a modest 21.2 ounces. Overall length is only 6.53 inches, but you still get 6 shots instead of 5. The double-action pull is smooth and non-stacking at around 10 pounds, with a crisp single-action break under 3 pounds. A push-button cylinder release lets you remove the cylinder for thorough cleaning and inspection. The Hogue rubber grip fills the hand and soaks up recoil better than most tiny panels. During testing, .357 loads produced manageable flip, and dropping down to .38 Special made it nearly flat shooting. Forged stainless construction means it holds up to high round counts, and reviews praise its reliability with both .357 and .38 ammunition. This is a belt gun, not a pocket gun. At just over 20 ounces, it disappears under an untucked shirt, but stays steady when firing. Price is in the mid-800s, but the match-grade trigger and 6-shot capacity make it a serious training and carry revolver. It simply outshoots its size. 3. Colt Viper. Colt revived the Viper name on a revolver that bridges the gap between tiny snubs and full-size duty guns. The modern Viper comes with a 3-inch barrel and a 6-round cylinder chambered in .357 Magnum. Its frame is larger than a J-frame, but smaller than a K-frame, and it weighs about 26.9 ounces. To save weight and reduce printing, Colt shaved the ejector rod shroud and rounded the butt. The leaf spring action produces a smooth, non-stacking double-action pull and a crisp single-action break. A longer sight radius and full-length ejector rod help with accuracy and positive case extraction. At the range, the extra weight turns .357 recoil into a push instead of a sharp slap, especially with aftermarket rubber grips. The modern lockwork, derived from Colt's King Cobra line, has proven reliable in extended testing. This is a belt gun rather than a pocket gun. Pricing is around $1,000, putting it against high-end Micro-9s and compact 1911s. For shooters willing to carry a little more length and weight, the Viper offers 6-shot capacity, .357 authority, and Colt's classic trigger feel. It balances portability with performance better than many Micro-9s. 2. Taurus 327 Defender TORO. This revolver changed the snub game by marrying a Magnum cartridge with an optic mount. Built on a small steel frame with a 3-inch barrel, it weighs 23.5 ounces and measures 7.5 by 1.41 by 4.80 inches. The 6-shot cylinder is chambered in .327 Federal Magnum, which offers more punch than .38 plus P and less recoil than full .357, and it will also fire 32 H&R rounds. The TORO top strap takes micro-red dots with the Shield RMSC footprint, giving snub shooters the precision and speed of a modern pistol sight. Taurus fits a full-length rubber grip that helps manage recoil. With 327 loads, you feel a firm push. With 32 H&R loads, the gun becomes surprisingly soft. The optic solves the short sight radius issue and makes 15-yard hits easy for shooters who have transitioned to dots. Reliability has been strong in published testing. This is a belt or inside the waistband gun rather than a pocket revolver. Street pricing in the mid-400s leaves money for a quality micro-dot. If you love your Micro-9's red dot but want revolver simplicity, the 327 Defender TORO gives you the best of both worlds. It's the future of small-frame revolvers for modern shooters. One Smith & Wesson, 432 UC. This feather-light revolver convinced me a Micro-9 isn't always best for everyday carry. Built on an aluminum J-frame with a 1.87 5-inch barrel and a 6-round cylinder in 32 H&R Magnum, it measures 6.3 by 1.3 by 4.3 inches and weighs around 13 ounces thanks to its alloy frame and titanium cylinder. It deletes the internal lock and adds modern sights, an XS tritium front with a bright ring and a simple rear notch. VZG-10 high-horn grips lift your hand behind the bore axis and improve control. The UC series double-action only trigger is smoother than most airweights. Because the 32 H&R round produces less energy than 38 plus P, and the titanium cylinder centers mass in your hand, recoil is mild. Field tests report excellent reliability with modern 32 loads, and note that chamfered chambers speed up reloads. Designed for pocket or light belt carry, the 432 UC disappears in a proper holster. Street pricing in the high 700 range competes with premium Micro-9s. For many carriers, 6-shot capacity, featherweight ease, and soft shooting make it easier to train with and more comfortable to carry than a 10-round Micro-9. It truly outclasses many Micro-9s today. These 5 revolvers each solve a different Micro-9 headache. The Taurus 650 is built for deep concealment. With its shrouded hammer and DIO design, you can fire through a pocket or at contact distance, and the steel frame turns sharp recoil into a push. Diamondback's SDR fixes bad triggers and flimsy frames. A non-stacking pull and forged stainless build let you shoot magnum loads confidently, and the 6-shot cylinder adds an extra round over most snubs. Colt Viper gives control to 3 57 fans. A 3-inch barrel and leaf spring action extend the sight radius and provide belt gun stability. You trade pocket carry for duty gun authority. The Taurus 327 Defender TORO brings modern optics to revolvers. It mounts a micro red dot, fires a magnum round with moderate recoil, and combines modern sighting with wheelgun reliability. Smith & Wesson's 432 UC cures daily discomfort. At about 13 ounces with 6 rounds of 32 H&R, it carries like a 380 but shoots softer than many 38 snubs, and updated sights and grips improve control. Match guns to seasons and settings. Summer pockets favor the 650 or 432 UC. Cooler weather belts can handle an SDR or Viper, and a red dot-equipped 327 or longer barrel Viper works around the house or in a vehicle. These revolvers aren't about winning capacity debates. They give shooters guns they can conceal, control, and trust when life turns sideways. They're about confidence and competence, not magazine size. This journey through 5 modern revolvers illustrates why the Micro-9 fad isn't the only game in town. Each of these wheelguns addresses real-world complaints about recoil, reliability, and sighting systems while proving that simple mechanical actions still have a place in 2025. Let me know in the comments what you're carrying now and whether you'd swap it for any of these revolvers. Do you value a smooth double-action trigger over a stack of extra rounds, or is your Micro-9 staying? If you want deeper dives on any model or a head-to-head range test with a P365 or Hellcat, subscribe and stay tuned.